Good morning. Sorry I wasn't aware if this thing had actually started or not. So today is Wednesday, July the 12th. Um, I look tired as all get out. It's because I was up late again last night, um, and up early again today as per usual, because that's my life. Um, so anyway, I'm in at the shop, as you can see. All the fun decor. It's starting to come together as far as my personal space goes. There's a few more things I've got to kind of nail down. Like I've got there's a bookshelf over there that's got some other stuff on it that's slowly going to be moving out. And when that gets kind of cleared out, then I can put the bulletin board that's sitting over here. There we go. That bulletin board can go up on the wall again, and I can put my pictures back up because I miss having my pictures up. Um, And I've got like my various office supplies all kind of hanging out behind me, and my books are over there. I've got my drum up finally. You can see the salt lamp, and I've got a little scent burner, a little wax burner. Very, very picky about my waxes because some of them they set off migraines for me, so I'm very picky about the ones that I use. So I buy them like once every couple of months. I buy some that I know are okay for me. So in the shop today, it's my Monday in the shop really, because I open on Wednesdays. So I'm going to be putting in some new merchandise today. Nothing major. Well, kind of, sort of. So I was at the Goodwill again, and I picked up some new teacups. Some very lovely little teacups. I've got some nice little delicate ones. Very, very pretty. I like this too. This one's real pretty. Light and delicate. And then I got some that are a little bit hardier, like this. Isn't that fun? And they all have matching saucers that go with them too. And I got some that are a little more plain for people who don't want all the flash and glitz, you know. But all kinds of pretty ones. I probably got, that one's pretty. Ooh, I like this one. I don't know, I probably got about a dozen and a half new teacups, all different styles. I've only found one teapot, and so, I got to find more teapots. So yeah, there's that. But what I'm going to be doing this morning, what I'm going to be working on is I have to change my windows out. I've got to redress my windows because 4th of July is over. So I want to take my 4th of July stuff out of the window and just kind of scatter that around. I've got a few teacups and teapots in the window now. And then I have to clear out the other window, which still has some design center things in it. So I have to kind of clear those out of there so that people don't come in looking for that, even though there's still some of it around. And there's going to be for a few weeks. Laura's got a lot going on in her world, and it's just we're all just being patient and doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. It is what it is. It's fine. But what I'm doing today is I am taking all of these beautiful little tiny jades. Look at this little guy. I've got all kinds of these little jades. Ooh, look at that. I had a mama jade that got way, way, way too leggy on me a few months back, and so I separated out a whole bunch of babies from her. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these jades and put them in little jelly jars and put them in the window because they love the sunshine. Give them a little bit of water. I've got an organic like houseplant mix, so that'll be nice. Put them in the window and let them grow and sell them for, I don't know, like $3 or something. Something like that. And then I thought, well, while I'm at it, why don't I start some seeds? So I'm going to start some echinacea. I have some white sage, which is going to be really wonderful to have because I can make my own sage bundles then. I've got two kinds of lavender. I've got what's called true lavender, and then I've got lavender lady. So lavender lady, I believe, tends to be more of a maybe a sweeter scent, and the true lavender, it says classic fragrance, and I'm sure that's going to be kind of the drier scent, as it were. I've got some rosemary, some spearmint, and some catnip. So I'm going to plant all of these little seedlings. I'll probably do 2 or 3 containers of seeds of each of these. and put those in the window too and let those grow. And as those get big enough that you can actually see what they are and work with them a little bit, then I'll sell those too. So I'll have little seedlings, and I'm going to try and keep that going year round if I can. So I'm doing some planting this morning. I'm putting out teacups this morning. I have tea infusers coming. I ordered a whole bunch. I am starting to unearth some of my production items, so I should be able to start production here pretty soon in small batches, small production type of stuff, not a whole lot of like, I probably won't be able to do like my plantain salve quite yet because I don't know where my pot is, I don't know where my hot plate is, and honestly I don't know where I would safely set it up yet at this moment. So anything that's going to require me firing up the hot plate or even firing up the crock pot, I'm not really comfortable with yet because there's not enough surfaces in here for me to do it and make a mess on that's not going to destroy something else, to do it and keep it safely out of the reach of customers who may or may not be a little too curious for their own good, because sometimes they bring children in, and children don't always listen to don't touch, which makes it really hard when you own a shop that is a whole bunch of paper and glass and rocks. And I like kids, I really do. Although when I was first getting stuff moved in here, there was a woman that was walking downtown with her daughter, her granddaughter. And her granddaughter is maybe like 4 or 5. She's a little bitty thing. And we had the front door open. Yeah, we had the front door open, and the front door is just held open by a bungee cord. And the grandmother comes in and she tells the little girl to stand outside on the stoop by the front door, by the open front door, because she knew she was going to come in and touch things. And she didn't want her to come in and touch things. And so Grandma was in here for maybe 10 minutes looking at stuff. And then at one point we hear the little girl starting to cry. And we look over and she is hanging on for dear life to the handle of the door because she had leaned on the door a little bit and it had let the bungee loose. So the door was let loose and she thought she had broken the door. And she was very, very, very sad and upset about it. And it's just like, oh, honey, so... I had to convince the little girl that it was totally okay. Nobody was mad that she let the door loose. So, yeah, children in the shop. Yeah. But I think next week I'm probably going to start ordering some crystals. I'd like to start getting some more herbs in, but I really need to sit down and do an inventory of my teas and herbs and see where I'm at. I'm afraid it's going to be a really expensive order for teas and herbs. I'm going to have to chip away at it a little bit at a time because I know I've got a lot of flip jars over there. And when I flip a jar, it means everything's gone out of the jar. And with the teas, with the blends, that's not always a bad thing. I mean, it might just mean that I need to just make the new blend. But the problem is when I go to get the ingredients for the blends and the ingredients jars are flipped too, then we have a problem. If you guys have any requests for particular herbs you think I should be carrying, let me know. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. I was going to talk a little bit about jade plants. Jade plants are really neat. I was kind of showing you these guys. If you don't know much about a jade plant, here's the deal with jades. When a jade grows, it grows leaf pairs, and they're opposing pairs. So like this is an opposing pair of leaves. This is an opposing pair of leaves. You can see that there's another set coming in here. Jades are succulents, which means that they retain water, kind of like squirrels retain nuts, sort of. Except squirrels take the nuts out of their mouth. The jades don't take the water out. Jades are succulents. And so when you want to start a new jade, jades actually propagate really, really, really easily. You can either take a clipping where, like, you find, let's see if I can find a bigger one here. Okay. So like this guy, you can see how he's got all these little like shoots coming off. So you could clip one of these shoots and then set this aside. You let the clipping set oh, actually here's a good one here that we could pull off if I wanted to. I'm not going to. But you pull it off and you set it aside on like a paper towel, and you do it for a few days or so until the wound heals. It kind of scabs over and it's no longer moist. And when it hits that stage, then you could put it in dirt. Now you don't want to keep the dirt real wet. It likes arid conditions, but it does like some water. So you just let the dirt just get dry. You don't put it on a schedule. You don't water it like every other day or anything. But you touch the dirt, and when the dirt gets dry, give it some water. Jades are known as money plants, as luck plants, as friendship plants. They're known as money plants because of the green, of course, and because when you do money magic with a jade plant, the propagation of the plant itself, energetically, it sends out a message to the universe for you to propagate more money too. But it's also known as a luck plant because it's supposed to bring you good luck, and it's known as a friendship plant. And it's known as a friendship plant when it flowers, because it flowers so rarely and under just certain circumstances. You have to take a special kind of care of it. I don't. I've never had a jade flower, but I'm also pretty neglectful of a lot of my houseplants because I have to put my houseplants out of reach of the cats, which means they're frequently out of mind for me. They're out of sight, out of mind. But when a jade plant flowers, what that means is that the jade plant has chosen to develop a special friendship with you. That's actually a sign of honor. And that's what kind of makes it a friendship plant. Sharing a jade plant with another is also considered a very lucky thing for your relationship. I like to share jade plants with people, but a lot of people don't do house plants anymore, it seems like. But jades are ready to root all the time. I don't know if I'll be able to get this close enough for you to see. Yeah, oh yeah, we can. Okay, so if you look right here, you'll see there's a teensy little bud. That's a new set of leaves coming in, and there's roots around that. Just coming off of that side. And if you look on this side, same area, there's roots coming off of that too. So, you know, jades just love to grow. Some of my jades in here are all green, and some of my jades have a little bit of red on them. Like this has got a little bit of red going, which is real pretty. I like that purpley red. So yeah, jade plants. So I've got jade plants, I've got seeds, I've got teacups. Life is a bowl of cherries. I'll stop. That was really bad. It was really, really bad. I'm even ashamed of that one. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I've rambled long enough, I think. I hope you guys have a really good week. Maybe I'll have something that I can actually do for production next week. I'm hoping I'll have something I can do for production. I'll just do a production video, and that'll be a lot of fun. But have a good week. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys all next Wednesday. Bye.